we are going to be starting our Triskele globes today, and you are basing these on the artist research that you completed. So the artist research, you were to choose a visual artist that you would be representing for your project, and you should have done all of the artist research based on your artist. If you did not like one of the visual artists that were on the list, you are welcome to research and find another one, but you need to choose a visual artist to base your artworks on. Then the Triskele template that you have is going to be done to represent 3 artworks by the artist. And when I say represent, I mean you're not literally copying the artwork. You are taking it as an inspiration, and then you're creating 3 different artworks. You can draw right through these semicircles, or you can kind of use those and just do your image in here, but the whole thing will be colored by the time you finish. So I've already started. I chose Van Gogh, and I did colored pencil for mine. It is up to you. I would not use paint for this. Just for the stability of the paper, I would use dry materials. So I would use markers or colored pencils. I happen to grab the Prismacolored pencils out of the cabinet to work on. And I chose the artworks Starry Night, the sunflowers, and then I did one of his mountain artworks. Or I am going to. I've only so far completed 1 strip. So the second strip would be this, inspired by, of course, not exactly it. And then the third one would be inspired by that one. So what I mean by inspired by, this is the Starry Night, and this is where I went with my Triskele piece. So I took it as inspiration and I interpreted it my own way. And again, you could go ahead and do your image right through those semicircles, or you can do something kind of funky like I did and kind of do some designs separately in there. All right, so you're going to choose 3 artworks based on your artist after you've done all your research, and you're going to start your 3 strips. I would not cut them out until you have finished all 3 different artworks on your strips of paper. Start one over. So this is the tool you're going to be using, or I can use for you. And we're just putting pressure on the paper and staying right on the line of the half circle. This is going to allow us to bend that half circle in and create the effect we're going for. You don't want to push too hard that you're cutting the paper, so again, if you would like me to do this for you, I certainly can. And what it's going to do is it's going to allow you to just press this in carefully. And you're going to do that to all 4 sides. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and show you how these get folded in. And then, once I've done that, you can see where it says taper glue. And again, you can use taper glue. I'm going to use glue because that's what I have next to me. I'm just going to put a little glue on that line. And I'm going to go ahead and glue that together. I would not do this. I'm going to flatten those out for the time being. I would not do that until you are ready to assemble your whole globe. So keep all the strips until you're ready to assemble. and then we'll kind of work through it. I'm going to go ahead and kind of show you how to assemble it, pretending that my other pieces are already cut, and then I will show you what you're going to do. All right, so pretending that I have finished all 3 of my sections, one should be sunflowers, one should be mountains, and then I have my starry night. I'm going to put one inside of the other, and I went ahead and used tape to attach them since I'm putting them together right away. So I'm going to go ahead and put this inside of my other one. And I have my circles kind of lined up, right? Circles lined up. And then this last one is kind of tricky. He's going to go inside of this guy. And then inside, hang on, I'm trying to think here. I actually think he's going to go inside of this one. So the one that's inside of the other one already, you're going to put the ends through the insides of him. And then you're going to pull him up and tape him together. Now I've already scored all those semicircles as well. Make sure you have those scored in advance. And then I'm going to pull these circles so that I can see them as well. So I need to see all my circles. So shift your circles to where you can see them all. So I can see those ones, I can see those ones, and I just need to see these ones. There we go. So this is it so far. Whoops, I'm off the screen a little bit. So I can see my circles on all the sides. Now I'm going to start to come in, and I'm going to very gently try to get those to where I scored them to pop down. Take your time with this so you're not damaging it. Just try to go along that edge and push them in. I'm going to do all of the one first. So once you finish, you're going to get something that looks like this. Of course, mine would have been fully and completely colored. I just pretended so that I had time to get the demo done for you. And again, just really take time pushing this in. Make sure that once we've scored it, that you push them in before you make the circle, because I didn't do that with these other ones and they didn't fold as nice. So make sure while it's still a strip, you're pushing in the edges where we scored to make sure it's ready to bend once it's assembled. And that's where you're heading with this. So the 3 strips need to be done based on your artist, and then we will assemble them and you will have a 3D sculpture.